I'm here to give Mase his props, right? And the reason I'm giving Mase props, as other people should give Mase props too, is he stood his ground, excuse me, when it came to Diddy, right? Now he did do the Bad Boy reunion one year. That was way back, and that was after he came back or whatever. He did it. But since Diddy has been in even before Diddy has been in trouble, Mace been on his F Diddy campaign, right? And I'm one not here to judge him about his relationship with Diddy because he went through what he did with Diddy as I went through what I went through with Jay-Z and Dame and Rockefeller. So for all the people that be nut hugging Jay-Z and Dame and them and be like, yo, why you talking about Jay? Shut up. Mind your business. You wasn't there. You didn't go through what I went through. Mind your goddamn business. Same thing with Mace. Like, you know, his beef with Puff and him trying to get his publishing back and all that other stuff, or him not getting his just due or his rights to certain things. You can have your opinion on it, but he went through that, right? So unlike Shyne, where you could see the fakeness in Shyne, Shyne was mad at Diddy, right? Because he decided to bring a gun to the club. He decided to walk out his house one day with a gun. Ramona, thanks for the Cash App too. Appreciate you, love, for the constant support. Right? Um, Nobody told Shyne to take a gun out his house that day, right? Nobody did, right? So many people sit there and act like Diddy is the blame for Shyne, right? For Shyne going to jail, for Shyne getting time, this, that, and over. If Shyne never brought a gun out his house that day, he wouldn't have never got locked up, right? The same incident could have happened. Diddy could have pulled the gun. If he pulled the gun, he could have shot whatever. Shyne wouldn't have never went to jail. Shyne chose to bring a gun out his house that day. Shyne decided to not leave his gun in the car and bring it in the club. Shyne decided to pull a gun out and shoot it. Whether he shot it in the air or he shot it at the dudes that they was beefing with, right? Diddy didn't make him bring the gun to the club. Diddy didn't make him put the gun in his waist when he left his house. Diddy didn't make him take the gun out the car and go in the club and bring it in the club. Diddy did not tell Shyne to shoot. Shyne did all that on his own. Shyne is mad because Diddy got a separate defense to him and defended himself in however means he chose to testify. Diddy didn't get on the stand and say, I didn't shoot, Shyne shot, right? So when everybody sit there and be capping for Shyne, acting as if Diddy did Shyne wrong. Oh, Diddy shot the girl. The girl said Diddy shot him. Okay, they both shot, right? If Diddy did shoot her and she seen him aiming and the gun was facing her way when the gun went off, okay, then Diddy may have shot her. I don't know. But Shyne beef with Diddy is getting separate defense and calling witnesses to help Diddy in his case, right? But Shyne sitting there blaming him because he blew trial when he could have pled guilty to it. He knew that he pulled the gun. He know that he shot. He know that he's saying that he shot in self-defense. Well, New York don't have gun laws. For one, you don't supposed to have a gun, nigga. You ain't got no license to carry no gun. That ain't Diddy's fault you brought a gun in there. And New York is not a stand your ground state. So now, one, you're not supposed to have a gun. Two, there is no stand your ground in New York, right? And three, there's no self-defense, nigga. You ain't supposed to have no gun. So why you keep running around blaming Diddy that you blew trial for pulling a gun and shooting a gun in the occupied dwelling when you don't have the rights to carry a gun and shoot it and there's no self-defense laws in New York? Take accountability for what you did. Stop blaming it on Diddy. Now, have Diddy should not have called several witnesses or this, that, and the third, and that may have contributed to you getting sentenced and him getting off? Possibly. But what is he supposed to do in his defense? Defend you? You the one that's sitting there talking about in the interview how you was sleeping with, I'm going to believe, either Kim Porter or Misa. One or the other, because you said he wound up having a baby with her afterwards, which would probably be Kim Porter, right? Because Misa had already had Justin by the time Shyne got the bad boy. So you running around sleeping with your boss's wife or girlfriend at the time, and you up here bragging about it. Then you talking about how Mase was dealing with Brandy and you was shooting your shot at her, right? Like you was living foul, but you sitting here keep blaming everybody and you never take accountability for your own actions. It's everybody's fault but your own. Now, this is why I give Mase his props, right? Because Mase, in that same interview with Shyne, right? Talking about the honorable Shyne. Nigga, you ain't honorable. Like, come on, bro. Stop, man. Right? What Mase said was some real ish, right? He said all the peoples like the Roger Bonds, the Gene Deals, all these people that sat there and did these interviews and talk about Diddy, all of them that was around Diddy, working for Diddy, like the Genes and the Roger Bonds, he was like, yo, these dudes was complicit. How do y'all sit there and y'all talk about all the stuff that Diddy was doing when y'all was sitting there working for him and being bodyguards? Y'all enabled him. Y'all didn't stop him. But now y'all want to come out here and do all these interviews and stuff. But y'all was there when he was doing it. And he's like, yo, I don't respect those dudes because they protected Diddy while he was doing this stuff. They were enabling him. So to him, he felt like they co-conspirators to some degree. I don't know if he used those words exactly, but basically that's what he's saying. So how can Roger Bonds, Gene, and all these people sit there and talk about Diddy when they all was protecting him? So I got to give Mase's props on that.